Finding your life purpose can be complicated, but it's extremely beneficial to do. Today I'm going to explain everything you need to know to find your life purpose. First, I want to explain the most common problem that people face when searching for their life purpose: the pit of prestige. Many people want to be seen as that guy who has all the fill-in-the-blank cool things, like a six-pack, mansion, Lambo, etc. But what some may find is that the Lambo gets boring after a week, the mansion is empty and hard to clean, and the six-pack means they can't eat their easy diet anymore. So were all of those things worth it in this scenario? No. You were tricked by society into thinking you wanted those things, when in reality, you were ignoring what you actually wanted all along. This isn't for me to say that chasing those things is always bad either, just that doing things purely for prestige will often lead you astray. For example, one of the reasons why I love making YouTube videos is because it gives me the freedom to be myself. I enjoy making videos and would do it for free, and still do it for free. Subscribe and maybe one day I'll get monetized. But if I am able to blow up my YouTube channel, I will have effectively gotten the world to pay me just for being myself. To find your life purpose, you must instead understand what it is that makes you innately curious. What activity drives you to do more and keep learning? If you don't know what this thing is, it's not because it doesn't exist, it's because you haven't found it yet. Try new things, lots of new things. Not with the intention of what you can make a career out of, but of what you enjoy. The famous tennis player Roger Federer tried almost every sport as a kid, and only decided to try really hard at tennis when he was 18 or so. Some do find their life purpose early, say Tiger Woods for example, who first played golf at 5 years old and never stopped. But this is usually the exception. Most people only find their life purpose after high school, when they go to college, get a job, and try new things to get a sense of what life has to offer. Another thing that you need to consider is your relationship with money. A common mistake people make is getting into a career purely because of high pay. Then a few months or years later, they find their brain is completely fried because they've been working on the wrong thing for so long. Just take a look at any office building and how many highly paid employees want to quit. For most people, money should be seen as a means to an end, not an objective goal. There are of course going to be people who enjoy working a job purely because of the money, but that is often the exception. People who work a job they hate just for money often have the idea of work all messed up. But I don't blame you. As kids, we're taught by adults that work is boring and an obstacle to living. But that's not true. Adults who teach kids that work is a grievance are often just working in the wrong field and don't have the awareness to realise it. It's also possible that you might find your callings in a non-monetizable or obscure niche, and you're not sure if you can get paid for it. The first method, and the one to always try first, is to see if you can angle your passion in a way that makes it something people will pay for. For example, if you find your life purpose is playing a certain video game, you can try to go pro in esports. Or you could pivot your gaming into a YouTube channel or Twitch live stream to make money from it. You're still gaming as usual, just pivoting the process so that people might be willing to pay you for it. The other method, if you literally cannot find any way to pivot your work, is to adopt the double work model. You work one day job for money and follow your other path for purpose. Or work one job until you can retire and then spend the rest of your life doing your life's calling. But the reason this is worse is because your life's purpose will change over time. If you stop doing something you're really passionate about for a long time, you might come back to it just to realise that you aren't passionate about it anymore. Working another job you dislike to be able to sustain the work you do is an objectively worse approach because it's like a band-aid solution. You only have so many years on this earth and you're still spending some of them working on something you dislike. It's still not going to be what you want to do, but most of the time this rarely actually happens. So don't worry if you're the typical viewer, and if you do this, it's still better than working a job you hate just for money or prestige. Another thing that you must do if you want to find your life's calling is to remain unwaveringly optimistic. No matter what happens in the past, you must believe that the future will improve. This is because optimism and pessimism are self-fulfilling beliefs. If you believe the future will improve, you will start to make more decisions in line with that belief. And those decisions will then lead to you seeing more success. But if you believe your life will only get worse, then it probably will. One reason why people become pessimistic is because they have seen bad things happen in their life and assume that it's going to become a pattern. But the truth is, the past doesn't influence the future. A great example of this is stock trading. If the past could reliably predict the future, every guy on Wall Street would have retired by now, but they haven't. That's because the past can't predict the future. Only you can. Optimistic investors who believe the market will grow put lots of money into stocks and take on more risk. Then through those actions, they make more money and build more wealth. But pessimistic investors who think the market is going to crash make less trades and don't take enough risk, resulting in their money seeing slow growth. This concept can be applied to literally any facet of life, whether that be relationships, careers, and even life purpose. It's also important to understand how your life's purpose will change and shift as you age. In your 20s, your life's purpose might feel like a certain career path that you're obsessed with. And in your 40s, you might feel like your life's purpose is to have a family. This isn't a problem, it's intentional. People are like whiteboards, and we're constantly erasing and drawing new aspects of our identity on them over time. At first, this might cause confusion if you were told by society that each person only has one life purpose. But the ability for our life's purpose to change is what gives us the freedom to find what suits us. So even if you were born in poverty and told that your only purpose is to work in a sweatshop, you can erase and rewrite your purpose to be whatever you want it to be.